Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Uh, do a chat test. Okay, we need a new chat. While we search for a new chat, though, let's see if I can pull up the streamerino, the streams who streams, the master of streams, the master. Yeah, that works. Copy this, and we're gonna. Hello. It crashed. Oh, better now than later. Test, test, and we're good. I think that's a good size, right? Yeah, that looks about right. All right, now I'm gonna boot up the game. Yeah, again. Press Alt Enter to enter or exit full screen. No. Alright, so when we last left off, Yuri got dropped from the astronaut program because he is dead as hell. We also had a little party the night before. And Yuri sent a message to Yuki being like, yo, come save me, broski. And Sora saw Yuki try to leave, and that's where we are right now. So, without further ado, I believe it's time to start investigating. It's Yuri Kerrigan's corpse. How did he, no matter how creepy he was, end up like this? Yuri, I will find the culprit, I promise. And this is when his corpse comes out of you like, Sora, baby. It would give my life no greater meaning if actually you did not do that. I guess I need to inspect the body if I'm going to find the culprit. Yuri's dead body was in a dreadful state. His whole body was dripping in blood, and all of his joints were broken and twisted in an obscure direction. I'm telling you, it's because when the bell rang, he got fucked up.
I guess it's because he fell from so high up.
Never mind, I keep forgetting that's there's a huge hook stuck inside his left calf. It was so deeply rooted that it won't budge when you touch it. And connected to that large hook is a rope.
So the culprit pulled Yuri with this rope all the way to the top floor, then dropped him.
Yep. Even at a glance, this rope seems quite strong and sturdy. It would take a lot of force to cut this rope.
I get that the culprit pulled him up with the hook and the rope, but what's with the wound on his right calf?
That was an earlier attempt to hook him up, but they fucked up somehow. First glance, it looks like the same hook made this wound. Was there a reason to hook up both calves? I actually don't know. Honestly, as much as I joke saying that was like the first attempt, I think that's the only explanation, but then the question becomes, how did they fuck up? I am a tad bit confused. I'm not sure what the culprit was thinking, but I'll write this down just in case. I didn't find anything else that wasn't already on the model profile. I figured there might be some sort of big clue hidden on the body, but with the exception of the fact that the rope and hook were used, there's nothing like that. I guess I need to investigate more. Okay. There's a Satsuka thing here. She's probably gonna talk about the party, right? Satsuka, is the investigation going smoothly? Oh, Sora. Well, about that, I just found something strange. What? Something strange. Come follow me for a second. This is the entrance to the bell tower, the Uehara bell tower. You see that thing in the bushes? That thing. Ah, this is a life jacket. Is that a hook on top of it? So the other end of the hook was attached to the jacket which the person wore, which means, okay,
How's that?
I'm pretty sure no one used this to take a swim. The only thing has something the culprit might have left behind. It looks very close to the crime scene after all. Why would they need to use a life jacket? Look carefully, sorry. There's a hook grappled to the life jacket. Ah, you're right. And this hook, the same one we found on Yuri's calf. I still don't know what exactly it was used for, but it was definitely used in the murder. Tetsuka, by all odds, is crucial evidence.
Now then.
I thought so too. Let's keep this in mind. Life jacket seems to be used by the culprit, but for what purpose? They obviously wore that to move Yuri up. The problem that I'm struggling to understand is what happened here. So they wore it, they walked to move Yuri upwards, and what, did they take it off to drop him? I'm not satisfied with that. Because if, I don't know, I'm fucking, it's weird. What's this? Oh shit, another liquid. This is the first chapter all over again. There's some sort of liquid on the ground. What is this, I wonder? I don't have the guts to taste it, so I crouched down and smelled the liquid. It smells like some sort of chemical substance. Is it another fucking, is it another bouncy ball situation?
Say,
What are you doing crouching on the ground? There's some sort of liquid here. Ah, that's an anesthetic solution? For sure. Anesthetic solution.
obvious.
This one in particular is quite often used in medical surgeries. It was used for general anesthesia. How do you know all that?
Certainly.
I smelt it quite a lot. Did you spend time in a hospital or something? Moreover, the fact that this is here, the culprit used it, right? But the liquid alone wouldn't be enough to render someone unconscious. Don't worry about that. I already went and confirmed that one of the needle shots is missing from the infirmary. Ah, okay. I went to check as soon as I found out the anesthetic was involved. The culprit must have used the shot to inject Yuri with the anesthetic. It's pretty impressive, candidate. Did you also know that shots can be precisely measured to how much you want to be injected? Well, yes, I would assume so. In other words, you, an amateur, can control the amount of time that the victim will be unconscious. I don't know if the culprit utilized that, but it's definitely an important clue. Well, they 100% used that. What are you talking about? I have to say, you completely changed kind of thing. Your actions, the way you're thinking, it's almost as if you're used to this kind of thing. I mean, after seeing Yuri die like that, I've hardly been able to keep myself together. Used to it. Oh no, I just read a lot of mystery novels. And if I panic, poor little Hibiki will suffer more. Even though Kannade's personality took a creepy 180-degree flip, her account definitely brings us one step closer to finding the culprit. So, is the vibe that the other injury to his calf going to be anesthetic? Where the anesthetic went? That's a pretty big injury to form on the basis of just an anesthetic needle, so I don't know. What's this? Some long thread-like stuff is scattered all over the floor. Upon touching it, feels more sharper than normal thread. Are these wires? They're so sharp you can probably cut your finger just by holding them. I immediately knew that must be what caused all the cuts on Yuri's body. He was cut by these wires to explain all the state of his body right now. The cause of death was definitely from falling, so this isn't a murder weapon, but it seems like it's important I add to my notes. Okay. So there's wires. Immediately. This is, upon inspecting the spiral staircase from here, I realized something odd. Wait, are those wires? I think There were wires like that on the first floor too. When I touched them, I could tell they were one and the same. They connect to the walls and spiral staircase. Looking closer, they weren't strung from the bottom to the top. The wires were hung across the walls in intervals. They've already snapped, so that means the wires on the bottom floor must have been hung up before. So why would they go through trouble doing this? I have no idea. Okay, so they're on the walls. So then, is the vibe that instead of what I thought, that he was pulled all the way into the bell, when the bell rang, it's this, the movement would still be like that, right? So when the bell rang, his body was falling back and forth between the wires. It's an enormous bell that decorates the top of the bell tower. Huh? There's something odd in here. What are those? Looks like traces of some sort. Looking from top to bottom, it looks like something was stuffed through the top, and looks like something was set through the top of the inside walls of the bell. I wonder what those traces are. I recall that you were fell when the bell rang could be related to that. And I looked inside the bell. Of course, it's possible that those traces have always been there. Even though I was unsure, I wrote down in my notes. Was I right the first time then? Marks on the bell. Man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Cross staircase that leads up to the top of the bell tower. It really does look high up. It doesn't even look like it goes that high from the outside. Yuri and I took... Yuri, he was dead. Yuki and I took these steps on the top floor, but the only thing we found there was Yuriko. I thought for sure the culprit would be there. Maybe Yuriko is a culprit. I can't jump to any conclusions yet. Whatever the culprit did, they definitely pulled up Yuri. So at one point, they definitely went up these stairs. If I consider the height of these stairs, it probably would take at least 5 minutes to climb them. When the culprit go up these stairs. So no, they didn't. So they were outside with the life vest. Which means one of these fucking bastards weren't at the breakfast.
Hey.
Hey, you there?
That's right.
Yeah, you're the girl with the right hair. Oh, me? That's strange. You of all people calling someone over that never crossed my mind. And right here, isn't that a bit rude? Sort of makes me feel old. How would you describe your hair then? Whatever, I just want to tell you something interesting. You think that the hostess over there is suspicious, weren't you? Huh? We were talking about Yuriko. Come on, you can't fool me. Your faces at all. Well, about that, there's something interesting I want to tell you. I happened to see her walking over the bell tower this morning. What?
How about this?
Only that, but she was holding a rope in her hands. You know, like the one attached to the body right now. The culprit did that, but why would Yuriko bring... Oh, well, I don't know anything about that. I'm just testifying what I saw. Then he left. Okay, well... Yuriko went to the bell tower this morning with a rope in her hands. That's like saying Yuriko is a culprit. There's no way I can know for sure until the class trial. I take note of what Shobai said just in case. Right. Shinji! Shinji, is everything okay with the crime scene? Ah! Sora! Yep, everything's perfectly under control, hehe. I guess 3 people watching this place, the culprit can't touch a thing. By the way, Sora, maybe this is me, but about Yuriko. Please stop starting to speak normally, it's hard to get anything out of you. About Yuriko, I don't know, this is a bit strange. You're saying she's suspicious? She seems different than before. She's been jogging with Hajime every morning. Today, he was late because of some business, so I was spending time inside the monocruise. And as soon as morning came and doors unlocked, I saw Yuriko head outside right away. Yuriko went outside as soon as the door opened. Of course, I had no idea where she went, but she was odd, and she looks even more suspicious now. I'm thinking, we found Yuriko at the top of the bell tower. If I chance she's not the culprit, then how did she end up there? I can't be sure she is the culprit, but she's definitely connected to this case. Thanks, Shinji. I think your account's gonna help us a lot. Sora, why are you grabbing my hand all of a sudden? Man. Is this really it? Is this really the final thing before the trial? I don't believe it. The victim is Yuri Karrigan, estimating time of death is 7:30 a.m. The victim's corpse was found on the first floor of the Uehara Bell Tower. The victim's left calf is pierced by a hook, and he has sharp cuts all over his body. He also has a pierced wound on his right calf, which I don't understand. Other than that, the victim's bones in his neck, spine, right knee, and left arm are broken. The estimated cause of death is blood loss and trauma from bruises all over his body.
Oh?
Oh, Rara, where are you going? Hello, Satsuka. I'm going to go look elsewhere. I know the murder happened here, but there could be clues in other places,
Besides.
right? Alright, just in case it's just you visit
Thing
the
is-
guest house. It's right next to the bell tower, and you might be able to find something thanks to our party there last night. I see. Alright, thanks. Okay, well. Oh, shit! Kukuro!
Hello.
Sorry, you decided to come here too. Since the guest house is close to the bell tower, I thought I'd check it out for
That's
clues. Good idea. This place does indeed have some clues. You should look for them. Okay. I don't see anything though. Never mind. There's Yoko. Last bottle with some liquid inside of them, probably from last night's party, so it's alcohol. Got you. There's still, the smell is still lingering. I don't know how people manage to drink the stuff. One sip and I already feel dizzy. Ow. I was smelling all the bottles when one of them suddenly caught my attention. Oh, wait, this bottle. Inside this bottle doesn't smell. Does that mean this isn't alcohol? Instead of having the smell of stinging alcohol, the bottle I picked up smelled like nothing. After some hesitation, I drank it. It doesn't taste like anything. This is just water. A bottle of water was amongst the alcohol. Maybe someone just wanted to drink water last night, but I should take note of this just in case. So someone wanted to pretend to be drunk. Okay. Look at this Zelda shield. I know I pointed out last time, but now I can actually see the room. Look at the Zelda shield. Sorry, what brings you here? That's my line. What are you doing
Hi.
here? Nothing much, but you know, the murder happened right after the night of the party, right? So I figured the party must have something to do with the murder. I came here for the same reason. Sorry, when did you think the culprit decided to kill Yuri? By when do you mean?
It's complicated.
I mean, there were 6 people who stayed up late drinking yesterday, including me. Actually, there's a period where Yuri was alone. Maybe that's when the culprit took their chance. So Yuri was left alone last night. Yuriko, do you think that would explain in detail? Do you think you could explain in detail what happened last night? Well, Sora, I know you're new to this drinking thing, but it might shock you to hear that after you get drunk, your memory becomes, well, I don't know. I've never been personally drunk, but you know, it affects your memory. After we sent you away, we kept drinking and partying. Of course, I wasn't drinking, but the others were drinking nonstop. They were fully drunk. They said that you were drunk though.
But
Eventually, nighttime came, so we were forced to head back to the monocruise. But Yuri said that he needed to use the bathroom and that we should leave without him. They left him alone. What were you thinking? The guy had to use the washroom. That's what we were thinking.
I don't mean it like that.
Wait, he wasn't completely alone. The 6 of us were there together, but we need to hurry because if we didn't make it back before nighttime, we'd get locked out. To be honest, there are things out of control with me trying to take care of all the drunk people that I don't even remember some of the details. Someone definitely went with him, but I can't recall who it was. So you didn't check if he actually returned to the monocruise, right? Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't even know if he made it back. I could never have guessed at the time that things would end up the way they did. I was being careless. I guess asking the other students if they saw Yuri go into the ship last night might be a good idea. Anyways, Yuri was definitely alive until we drank yesterday, so maybe that will help. Also, this is just a case, but you're not the culprit, are you? And if she was, she wouldn't.
What are you saying?
Of course not. Why would I be the culprit? I see. Well, I'm sure we'll talk about this mess during the class trial. Thanks to Yuriko's account, we might be able to know when the killer went for Yuri. Whoever stayed with him. Oh, fuck.
I'm
Damn!
pleased that you're all investigating so rigorously.
That was a 19-minute investigation.
However, your time is now up.
Fuck!
The investigation has ended. We will now commence the class trial.
I guess we're doing the
So
class
please
trial a little bit.
Gather at the entrance to the class trial room on the first floor of the monocruise.
Seems like the investigation time is over. We all did our best, but we can't be sure as to who the culprit is until the trial. We need to do this, we need to trust everyone's abilities. We need to hope that we can solve all the mysteries of this case in the class trial. Monocruise first floor, he must be talking about the door. I should hurry. The door. Ooh. You're all here. You're late, Sora. Last place again. I'm late. Sorry about that. I'm all worried about you. Why are you so late? Came upstairs to hear the announcement.
Hey,
Maybe it's because you're the culprit, right? Yeah. As if. Hey, Vicky, you can't say stuff like that to poor Sora without any evidence. It's like Candace said earlier, either we expose a culprit or we all die. Those are the only two outcomes. If you mess this up, we're all dead. What happened to us? Just yesterday we were partying. How did it come to this? How could this happen to me? I made my own vows. We don't have time to think about it. If we give up here, we won't be able to survive. Wait, is this the class trial room? It's not like how I imagined it would be. Oh no. This is only the entrance to the class trial room. See that elevator? We'll be taking that down to the class trial room. What did you say? Take that down. Down where? Aren't we on a cruise ship? Well, actually, this cruise ship is actually a transformer.
This is stupid.
Yeah, whatever. Let's get this over with. I'm pretty down laid back considering all lives are in danger.
Sorry to have kept you waiting. Everyone seems to have gathered, so let us waste no time in getting started.
Okay.
Now, the thrilling, the extreme class trial. Everyone, please enter the elevator in front of you and make your way to the class trial room. As you might have already realized, you cannot escape from the class trial.
Right.
Face it head on, using what you learned in your investigation.
I guess that's why I want to make it
Now let us begin.
a place that's
The
easily
first-class
accessible,
trial
right?
of the Utsurushima field trip of mutual killing.
Ugh.
We're really doing this. I don't want to go down. Are we going to be able to find a culprit? It'll be really bad if we can't. You know what? Bring it on! It's not like we can escape this anyways. It's like Big Bro says, if we put our heads together and discuss this, we'll be able to find the culprit. The culprit who kills Yuri. Let's find him no matter what. Starting. Once we go down the elevator, there's no going back, no running away, and no giving up. I'm not alone. I'm not brave. I need to survive through this with everyone. Alright, Yuki, what you got to say for us, big dog?
Alright.
Come on, after coming this far, let's find the killer. Okay, fuck. Everyone ready? After making sure everyone was in the elevator, we pushed on the button and then the door shut. We felt the elevator begin to descend. Bro, watching this dwindle down is it's gonna hit like a truck. The elevator began to make a loud sound and slowly but steadily began to descend. Normally, everyone would be talking to each other, but the vibration of the elevator seemed to make us all mute. It alerted us of the class trial to come. The elevator sound grew louder, almost as if to make fun of all of our fear. Thoughts that we may never see the light of day again crossed all of our minds. How do you know? You asked them. But we couldn't let that happen. Whoever killed Yuri wasn't going to get away with this. As everyone had their own thoughts of what may or may not have happened, the elevator came to a screeching stop.
What?
What is this place? You finally arrived. Welcome to the most advanced facility of the Monocruise, the class trial room. Oh, I like what you've done with the place. Very impressive. This feels like an actual court or something. Well, it might seem crazy what I'm about to say, Hibiki, but...
Very well.
I assume you're all ready. I also assume you all know that there isn't any running away from this. Let us begin. Everyone, go to your stands with your names on them.
Very good.
Excellent. Your solemn expressions tell me you're all going to face this with the appropriate resolve. Now let us begin. The first trial of the Utsurushima field trip of mutual killing.
The class trial is finally starting and all of our lives are on the line. If we win, we live, and the Blacken dies. If we lose, the Blacken lives and we all die. In other words, no matter what happens, someone will face their death here. Can't let those thoughts cloud my vision. I need to focus on the class trial right now. Yuri, the ultimate spaceman. He's no longer with us due to his brutal murder. He may have been uncooperative. He might have been a terrible person to men and women alike, but he was still a classmate. It's like Emma said, if the killing game hadn't happened, we would have been all such good friends. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. The culprit that did this terrible thing to Yuri is among us right now. Us. Oh, shit. Yuri's thoughts entwine, and the curtains finally open. A trial of life and death. A trial of truth and lies. A trial of trust and despair. A trial of fact and fiction. A trial of pleas and excuses. A trial of friends and foes. Okay. A trial like no other. The class trial. Look at Mikado ore farming in his little portrait. Answer's always yes. Equip skills. How many skill points do I have? 22? Oh, okay. Can I equip all of them? I think I can. Yeah, okay. I'll worry about actually what's good or not in the next trial. Might as well begin it. We'll do the first half today.
Firstly, allow me to briefly
Oh my god,
explain
this is
the
gonna be a
rules
fully
of this class
voice acted
trial.
class trial. Oh, I
The
missed
results
this.
of the class trial will be decided solely by your votes. If you manage to correctly identify the blackened, only they will receive punishment. But
Silly
should you vote
guy he is.
incorrectly, everyone except for the blackened will be punished, and they will be able to escape this field trip of mutual killing.
It's begun, the class trial. One of the people here brutally murdered Yuri.
First and foremost,
Wait a minute, Monocro. There's something I'd like to ask first.
oh, and what might that be?
Portraits?
Accomplices.
Oh.
Can there be accomplices in a case?
Good question. Whether or not there are accomplices will be a huge factor in deciding the culprit.
A good question indeed. I guess it wasn't specified in the rules. To be blunt, there can be accomplices.
What? So it's possible?
Yes,
But
but...
in theory.
Yeah.
Only one person gets to actually leave the island anyway.
Of course. The rules even say that only the first murder counts if more should occur. In other words, without any reward, an accomplice is no more than another tool for the culprit.
They'd gain nothing from assisting the culprit, after all. Even if they succeeded, they'd be unable to escape the island alongside the Blackened. More importantly, they'd still face the same execution as the rest of us.
He's got that right.
Wait, what's that?
Now we're
Oh,
talking about the
that.
portraits.
You don't need to concern yourself with it.
Look at Showa. The trial just started and he already looks done with it. Dog.
It would have been Yuri Kagorin's seat, but it's rather sad to just leave a blank space there.
That's an awful sense of humor you've got there.
Wait, something's off about this. What's that empty seat over there? Whose is it?
It's exactly what it looks like, an empty seat. There's no need to concern yourself with that either. You're very interested in the petty details, aren't you?
Well, you know,
Questions are fine, but
this
shouldn't you be
is a
discussing
life or
the
death
murder
situation, so I
first?
feel like this is, if any place, the place to, like, sort out the petty details.
Right. This place is extremely unpleasant. I'd like to leave as soon as possible.
It might be the last place you ever see if we don't figure out who the culprit is.
Say such terrible things! Wait, all of you. Do you mind if I say something before we begin? Huh? What is a Kokoro? I know who the culprit is.
Damn! Off rip? Okay, Kokoro. Tell him, Kokoro.
What? Are you serious?
Who is it? Who's the culprit?
I know who the culprit is, and I know exactly how they did it.
Damn!
So I'll give them the chance to speak.
Tell them, Kokoro. Well, actually, tell us. Don't do this. Don't do it. Don't. Kokoro, I said you were relatable. You know, you coming out to eat, you saying your 2 cents, then going back to your room because you don't like being around people. Hashtag relatable. But I swear to God, if this turns out to be a long trial, and you're sitting here saying that you knew all along who it is and how they did it, and you're not going to confess, I fear we may have to talk.
Give yourself up now. Perhaps then I may understand that you regret your actions. You'll be found out anyway, and it's better to confess rather than have it dragged out of you. Nobody's confessing.
Obviously. What kind of idiot would tell the truth? They'd be sentencing themselves to death.
All right. We'll do this the hard way.
So who's the culprit, Coco?
I can't tell you that right now.
What? Why are you screwing around? Just tell us. We don't know who it is, so just tell us so we can get this over with. Like Sosie said, I don't want to be here any longer than I have to be.
Sosie.
Would you be able to comprehend it, even if I did?
Man! Why don't you tell us, and then we work backwards from there, huh?
I would be lucky to be believed. I sense that a few of you are suspecting me already.
Aha. Your powers of observation are truly outstanding.
This is a class trial. All of our lives are on the line here. We need to find a conclusion that everyone finds acceptable, so that there is no doubt who the culprit is when we all cast our votes. Figure it out for yourselves as much as you can. I'll help you if you get stuck.
This is totally suspicious.
Hey, Biggie, don't dismiss her when we haven't even started yet.
What? What's with that condescending attitude, huh? Do you think I'm an idiot?
I mean, you were crying for the past 2 days, so you know what, fuck it, maybe you are.
Oh, sis, your mood's back up again.
Duh, of course. I don't want to sit around moping forever.
Okay, well, you were moping for like 2 days, a day and a half. All right, so it's not like you were moping for like an hour. All right,
I'm really scared, but I'll do whatever it takes to stay alive.
I see. That's good.
Oh,
sis.
this is cool. She has single eighth notes, and she has the conjoined eighth notes as hairpins. That's cool. I like that.
Let's get started then.
Wait a moment. May I say something as well?
What is it now?
I imagine that some of you may suspect me simply because I'm the mastermind. Your opinions on me as a person are inconsequential, but please, for all of our sakes, treat me as just another student during the class trial.
Don't worry, Mikado. I already treat you as one of the homies.
We would all die if we reached the wrong conclusion, after all. I don't want to die either, you know?
That's exactly what the real culprit would say.
Well, yes, but for a different reason.
Come now. This is a prime example of what you should not do.
Shinji, I'm sorry, but he's right. If Mikado wanted to act as the mastermind, he had plenty of opportunities to do so before. Everyone here is a suspect, including Mikado and I. The purpose of this discussion
Everyone's
is to narrow
suspect.
down that list.
I see. I understand.
So, can we start now?
Where should we begin? If you're confused, try starting with what we know happened in this case.
Yuri got dropped like a
Do
pancake.
your best. My life's on the line too.
The minigames, non-stop debate. Another is about to begin. Would you like to hear an explanation? Fuck it. Non-stop debate. You have to point out and counter the contradictions in other students' words with a truth bullet. The upper left corner displays the speaker and the progress of the meter. Okay. Occasionally, a student's lines will include a yellow phrase. This yellow phrase is the weak point. You can move your crosshair over to this weak point and press confirm to fire a bullet. Is it Z? You're free to fire 2 bullets at regular text as well, but nothing will happen. The points will be deducted instead from your score, so please try to avoid doing that. Press shift to select desired bullets. Hitting S will skim the current line, allowing you to skip. Oh. The point is to fire the right 2 bullets and fire the weak point. You hit shift to change the lower 2 bullet display in the lower corner. This feature isn't available if you only have 1 true bullet. However, successfully defeat an argument with the correct 2 bullets, a cut-in will appear and your score will be calculated for advancing to the next phase. You will fail to refute an argument if you attack the right contradiction with the wrong true bullets. In this case, your focus gauge will take 1 damage and points are deducted. If your focus gauge is completely dropped, your influence gauge will take 1 damage and the game will start over. You won't be able to aim properly if you're pressing on an arrow key while securing your aim on the while securing your aim on the weak point. What? won't be able to aim properly if pressing an arrow key. So how are we supposed to do this? So please release any held arrow keys before firing 2 bullets. Oh, okay. Press S to skip lines, A to V. Ooh, that's goated. I'm confused with the arrow key stuff, but I guess we're gonna figure that out now. Oh my god, I just realized.
Riri died at 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
30 minutes after the morning announcement.
This is cool.
Is it true that Sora and Yuki were together at the scene of the crime?
Holy shit.
Yes, Yuri contacted me.
Yeah.
After I woke up this morning.
This is cool. Oh, I love the
When I
presentation
saw
of
the
this.
message asking for help, I immediately ran to the
That's what I was saying. I just realized I'm dead ass.
I saw Yuri
Well, I don't know
hanging from a rope, badly injured.
how they did it, but I know the who. So I am like 50% Kokoro in this situation.
Moments later.
There were so many cuts on Yuri's body. Could the murder weapon be a sharp object?
Doesn't sound right. I should concentrate and think. The Marco file said the information about your body. I should go over what was written first every time.
To
I'm
begin,
confused. What?
30 minutes after the.
Yes.
Is it true that's
Yes. When I saw you. And before.
There were so many. Could the murder weapon be a sharp object? No, that's wrong.
Oh, okay. I was too slow. Got you. This would be like, what the fuck? Accuracy penalty. Save progress. Oh, shits. Already goated. Already goated. Holy shits. Goated as fuck, actually. This is gonna be dangerous because I'm gonna be stopping the stream in the most awkward part
Yuri
by
couldn't
accident.
have been killed by a sharp object. If you check the monochrome file, it says that the cause of death was blunt force trauma. In other words, Yuri's death was likely caused by his fall.
Also, if the culprit stabbed Yuri, as you seem to imply, Iroha, I would, like, they would be so bloody.
Oh, I see. There were so many cuts on his body that I overlooked that.
Yeah.
Then what are those cuts from?
That's the problem, is all of that object, and that object is the wire.
Got it.
The wire.
His
Not the show.
injuries were caused by the sharp
The
wires.
movies? Fuck. The show, of course. I knew that. I knew all along that it was a show. Why would I make a reference to something that I know nothing about, right?
Wires?
Did you see all the wires strung in between the empty space in the middle of the spiral staircase?
Alright, anyone who says no, I'm gonna look at you crazy.
Yuri was dragged up by a rope and was cut by the wires as he fell to the ground.
The working theory is that either the bell ringing made him touch the wires, or my original theory about the bell is correct, where the culprit pulled him up all the way towards the bell, and then when it rang, it fucking ping-ponged him.
He fell very quickly, which is why the wounds are so thin and yet so numerous.
Oh, so that's why the cuts were there.
You never even checked the monochrome file? I can't believe you called that an investigation.
Here, I'm gonna have to agree with him.
I'm sorry. Hey, it was an honest mistake. Don't pick on her.
Man, if you didn't check the monochrome file, then what the fuck did you do for the
An honest
investigation?
mistake? It's rich of you to say that when we could all die from it. I can't leave my life up to you all if you keep acting like idiots.
Leave your life up to us.
Everyone's lives depend on the outcome of this trial. Not just mine, yeah? If the rest of you work hard to find out the culprit, I don't have to waste my own energy.
Oh, so he straight up didn't investigate. Okay, that's cool.
Saying that
That's
you're
cool.
going to leech off of us?
I will intervene if I have to, but I'm not a fan of inefficiency. You're working to save your own hides, so isn't this a favorable outcome for us all?
So he did investigate, he just doesn't want to participate.
Degenerate ruffian!
I won't
You
say
never
what I
even
want to
heard of
say.
the concept of cooperation with someone?
Now, everyone. We won't accomplish anything if we let ourselves be distracted by people such as Mr. Hashimoto. Let's carry on with
Look at my
deliberations,
goat bringing
shall
us
we?
all back on
But if
track.
the culprit wanted to kill Yuri by dropping him, why did they go through the trouble of installing all of those wires?
That's a good question. Did they do something to his body?
I'm not sure. I think we'll have to talk about it a little more.
That's the only, right? They did something to his body so that the cuts would disguise what actually
All right.
happened.
So could
And
everyone tell me what they
if
were
that's
doing at the
the
time of
case, then
Riri's
fuck,
death?
fair play.
Like I said, Sora and I saw Yuri's death with our own eyes. We were together, so does that count as our alibi?
I was alone in my room.
What a terrible day to be an introvert.
Do I have to tell you? I was just wandering around the place.
Mr. Kagurine died around 7:30 a.m. So everyone besides Mr. Maeda, Miss Sora, Miss Mitsume, and Mr. Hashimoto must have been in the dining hall.
No, Yoriko wasn't there.
Yuko, where were you and what were you doing at the time?
Was at the bell tower.
I was also at the bell tower. I met Yuki and Sora there.
Shit. You know, you might as well just say
The bell
that you're
tower?
cooked.
But that's the scene of the crime, isn't it? If Sora and Yuki were there because of the message. Yoriko, what were you doing there?
Sightseeing.
What was I doing?
Kanade, just in case it comes up later, Yoriko technically witnessed Yuri's death with us. You heard the body discovery announcement, right? It's only announced when 3 or more people find the body. Sora and I saw it first, and Yoriko a little while after.
Hold on, Mr. Maeda. You claim that Mr. Kagurine was hoisted by a rope?
What? Yeah?
Then it stands to reason that the two of you witnessed the culprit, no?
Well, you ask Monocro, does it or does it not include the culprit? Oh, that would all but confirm Yuriko as the culprit, so I guess we need to be vague with the question, but I feel like this is an important thing to hash out regardless.
If the Blackened dragged Mr. Kagurine with a rope up to the top of the bell tower, our 2 witnesses would have immediately followed afterwards in pursuit.
I see. Because the only way down from the top of the tower is down the spiral staircase.
Yeah, but the culprit wasn't at the top. They were at the bottom wearing a life vest. I know, fucking crazy. And I guess they like moved. You're playing Danganronpa another 2 based. I am. Hello, everything sucks. It's a swell game so far. I appreciate all the ways that it improved off of
Whether the
the
culprit
first
went down
game.
or Sora and Yuki went up, they would definitely bump into each other at some point somehow.
Right. But you see, the culprit was
Unfortunately,
actually
that wasn't
upside.
the case. We did get to the top of the bell tower, but Yoriko was the only one up there.
I don't understand how the rope snapped. I guess the tension from like how far away the culprit was in comparison to where Yuri was. Yeah, that one's confusing.
That means Yoriko's the culprit.
What?
Isn't it obvious? Like Emma
Are we
said,
based off of Emma
the only way
Watson
to climb
and
up the tower is by
Margot
using the
Robbie?
stairs.
Oh,
And if you were
I got the
there-
Emma Watson part because they mentioned the Harry Potter parody, but I did not get the Margot Robbie part. That makes sense. The last name, right? Oh my god, it went over my head too.
You don't have a good excuse like Yuki and Sora, and you've been looking worried
Does
from
that
the
mean
start.
that she is in this universe? I want to
It's clear
see
to everyone that
Emma
Yoriko's
in a
the
Harley
culprit.
Quinn
Don't you think so, sis?
cosplay.
Huh? But, Kanade, we just said that Ruko's a witness.
Sis, please just think for a moment. Yoriko doesn't have an alibi.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they mentioned this in the rules in this game, but either way, I still think it's important to clarify whether or not culprits can be witnesses. Right? That was even. What was it? Was it the second case in Goodbye Despair where they had this exact problem?
When she has no reason to be in the bell
No.
tower if she's not related to the case.
But either way, this is important to get clarified because this would dead ass clear Yuriko.
I guess. When you put it that way, Ruko does sound pretty suspicious. Hey now! Who are you calling suspicious?
Yuriko. Listen, I want to defend you, but you're not helping your case here.
Okay, then,
You do
Yuko.
look suspicious.
Can you tell us
Like, let's
why you
not
were at the bell
deny
tower?
that you look, but you're in a bad spot. All right.
You and Rara just told us that they were there because they got a message from Riri. Tell us why you were there, then we won't
Anyway,
have a
it's
reason
obvious
to doubt
Yuka's the
you.
culprit. I definitely agree. Who are you?
That's... I
Bro,
don't
these
know.
twins be
I don't know why I was there.
they be Hibiki Kanade. The game low-key convinced me to do Kanade's free time events. I don't even know if you can do them separately, but if you can do them separately, I want to do Kanade's free time events. Hibiki just be trolling. I'm not gonna lie.
What? Are you kidding me right now?
Yoriko's situation sounds kind of complicated. I thought she was the culprit at first too, but after I heard her testimony, I'm not so sure that's right.
Yoriko, calm down and tell us your side of the story.
Right. As expected, it looks like everyone's suspicious of Yuriko. He discusses some more to find out if this is really the culprit, if she's really the culprit or not. Ah, shit. Alright. What are we... Oh. What was Shinji's account? Fuck. Oh, fuck.
I went outside as soon as the monochrome.
I don't know. I don't remember.
So I could start my morning investigation before breakfast began.
Was it that she wasn't there this
Someone attacked
morning?
me from behind, and I lost consciousness. When I woke up, I was at the top of the bell tower next to Sora and Yuki.
This is true.
Do you have any proof? For example, someone who saw you leave early.
Oh, Shinji saw her.
No,
Yeah. Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Look at that. We're cooking. Bro, I will be saving. After going through the first game with no saves until the halfway point, I will be saving each and every time. It's the little things in life you
There was
appreciate.
someone who saw Yoriko leave early this morning. Shinji, you said you saw her, right?
Alright, Shinji, any fun fact in Korean, Sora says Sora wa Chigawa. So she says her own name. Oh, Sora. I see. Does that actually translate to no that's wrong? I would assume so, but I don't know, maybe it's in some player. Cause isn't it, don't Makoto, Hajime, and I know Makoto and Hajime at the very least say their own versions of no that's wrong, right? Like Hajime's more polite, I think, when he refutes the classmates. I don't know what the actual translations are, but I feel like I remember reading that at one point.
Oh, me? Well, yeah, I definitely saw
Shinji,
Yoriko
please.
leaving early this morning.
Please lock in.
You guys sure do get up early, don't you? What were you guys doing?
Hajime and I go jogging every morning, you know? I woke up early, so I was waiting for him in the hallway.
Makoto and Katie say, and Hajime's correct. Ah! Okay, so Sora's like Makoto and Katie. Got you.
Hajime was late because he had to use the bathroom. And I saw Yoriko
Oh, wait, no,
leaving
it's
as
different.
soon as
Last
the monocruise door opened up.
word's different. Alright, Hajime was late because he had to use the washroom. I saw Yoriko leave as soon as the monocruise door
It's
opened up.
like
Got
I
you.
said, I'm not lying.
However, while we've proven that you left the ship early, can we really be certain that it was for the sake of investigation?
Yeah, you had a rope.
What?
Again, Yuriko, as much as I want to defend you, dog, what the
Doesn't
fuck
that
were
just
you
make you
doing?
even more suspicious? The murder did happen this morning, after all.
Did you? Me and Hajime were making out. We were jogging. History will say they were best friends.
And the culprit who killed Mr. Kagurine definitely wasn't in the monocruise this morning.
That's true, but
So, does that mean Yoriko really is the culprit?
Wait a minute. Why is everyone accusing me when I haven't done anything?
Well, maybe that's the problem. You haven't really done a good job of
I
defending
told
yourself.
you. I don't know how or why I was there. I lost consciousness right after I left.
You know what? I take it back. This is so true. I would not even know how to defend myself if these were the chain of
assuming
events.
what Yoriko says is the truth, the culprit attacked her and moved her to the bell tower to pin the blame on her.
But then
Yes.
there's no explanation for how Yuri was pulled to the top.
I'm just an EP girl, come on. That's at least we fuck, always Kokoro? Yeah, Kokoro. Kokoro instantly saw resistance right there because she's like, yo, I'm also an EP girl. So you know what? So true, Yuriko. I believe you. Yeah, I know. They put on the vests and they moved around. But then the rope snapped somehow. So fuck if I know what happened there.
No, we looked around for a bit, but it's an exposed area with almost no furniture around. It would be very difficult for someone to hide themselves up there.
It's just that we didn't see them because we're hiding. Are there chairs at the top of the bell tower? I'm assuming there are chairs at the top of the bell tower. They were just hiding under a chair at the bell tower. Now, elite hiding spot, obviously.
If Yoriko can't explain herself, we have no choice but to assume she's the culprit.
Very difficult, not impossible.
Yeah. Wait, that's not true. I'm not.
Don't jump to conclusions. Yoriko isn't.
I don't know why I said that. Wait. So that implies that the culprit was at the top of the bell tower. But now I'm even more confused. What? If anything, that made me more confused. The one thing I knew for sure about this case was that the culprit was at the bottom. You're telling me they actually were at the top of the bell tower? What the fuck?
Listen to her voice. She's telling the truth.
Of course. A built-in lie detector. Charlie, what's her face from Poker Face. Yo, she would go crazy in this type of situation. Someone make Poker Face season 3 and just slide her into the Danganronpa game.
The method you're using to deduce Yoriko's alleged culpability is far too short-sighted.
Of course.
Look at the bigger picture instead of focusing solely on her.
Ina Sykes and ex Kokoro Mitsumi one. Oh. Oh shit, this is an Ace Attorney character. Yo, wait, she kinda got that shit on. I need to get into Ace Attorney. I've only ever seen gameplay of the first game, and I fucked with it so much that I was like, I don't even remember this case at all. I was just saying, yeah, I only saw gameplay of the first game, and I fell in love with the first game so much that I was like, I have to play the rest of the games on my own time. Except, it's been like a year since that happened, so I am very much behind on getting to that.
Why Yuri was killed, perhaps.
Yuri was killed because he farmed to say that his life's purpose was to get killed by a girl. So
why was Yuri killed?
Speaking of which, didn't Yuri lock himself in his room after telling the girls to kill him?
Oh, what?
It'd be awfully difficult to drag that guy out of his room.
So what? Did he assume that a girl would message him?
If he was serious, a girl would only need to knock, and Yuri would open his door.
Are you saying that the culprit is a girl?
Oh shit! Oh my god. Okay, so that's where Yuriko fits into all this. Yuriko got unconscious, and then the culprit took her e-handbook plus and messaged Yuri and being like, hey, you said you would die for me. Would that be the case? And Yuri's like, oh shit, a girl wants to kill me. Hell yeah. And that's how he was lured into the bell tower.
So, like, doesn't it all point to Ruko anyway? I'm telling you, it's not me!
Wait, everyone. If the culprit were a man, wouldn't that make the crime that much more ingenious?
Hell yeah.
The obvious answer would be that the culprit is a woman, but if it was a man...
This is like a much more elaborate version of Mitch's trick from the first game.
They would be able to exclude themselves from the list of suspects for that reason.
Yeah. Because he put Kyoka's body in the girls' washroom for that exact reason.
But Yuri's the kind of guy who hates even being spoken to by another guy.
Yeah, if only the culprit could have had a girls' e-handbook. If only. I wonder how.
He locked himself in his room. A man would have never been able to lure him out.
Mitch, do you mean Bitsuhiro Higa, also known as Bitch? So true. Honestly, Mitch slander is always welcomed in this channel. Oh my god, I've never seen a character so Lenu really cooked with Mitch, because damn is he not a hateable character. According to what Emma just said, a man could have been the culprit if Yuri hadn't been inside his room. Yuri locked himself inside his room for 2 days, and he left it for a single occasion. Literally, what did he think he was going to do? That occasion was... Oh shit, Hangman's flashback. Let's hear it. In Hangman's flashback, you have to try and catch a thought. Once he escaped, would he just rebuild every FIFA HQ? Obviously. I mean... And he was obviously going to train the next Messi and Ronaldo afterwards as well. It's so funny because, like, everyone in that game, you know, Ayame, she did it for partially self-interested reasons, partially to help Akane. Kinji did it for the kids. Haru sacrificed his life for Setsuki. And then Yamato was killed to frame Mikako. Like, the other three have very understandable and empathetic reasons, even though Ayame was still partially self-interested and wanted to escape. Then you have Mitch, who just killed for FIFA. No other reason, just cause of FIFA. Like, alright man, sure, I guess. In Hamming's flashback, you have to try to catch a thought that passes through your head in a flash. Get it? When the game starts, the keyword will appear in the lower left corner with some of its letters left blank. Around the end of the development, Luge got oddly attached to Mitch as a character. That is hilarious. You know what? I would believe that because you have the Mitch spotlight in the 6th chapter. Then you have Ryotaro saying that Mitch is his idol. Yo, I still would have paid money to find out how he would react when he found out that Mitch killed his sister. But yeah, I I believe it. A set of cards will also appear in the middle of the screen. The cards will initially be shown for about 5 seconds, during which you should memorize the letters and arrangement. Yeah, it's a memory game. Next, you must... Oh, Flash. I get it. Ha 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 ha. Next, you must fill in the blanks of the keyword reading from left to right. Try to recall the letter that would fit the leftmost blank first, and select card you hold the letter. Your initial card. Select another card that... Oh, it is a memory game. That's hilarious. 8-hour trial. Memory from the hit game Ghost Trick. I did not know that game. And hello, Ravenpaw. Welcome to the stream. Ravenpaw, I don't think this trial is going to be that short. I mean, that long. The investigation itself was only like 19 minutes, so I firmly believe that the trial won't be that long. Also, you get to save after every minigame. I love it here. I love it here. Alright, you will see a penalty for your score if you'll take damage if the letter is incorrect or the cards don't match. The lower right corner will display the time limit. If time reaches 0, you will see a penalty to points and your focus gauge will take damage. If you're concerned that the game is too difficult, don't worry, the cards will be shown again briefly for out of time. So try to use those resets as guidance. Got you. Alright. Memory game. Let's go. Okay, what's the last one? Oh, fuck. I don't know, there wasn't an S. Oh, party! Fuck. I did not know where the Y is. Oh, there's a Y. I don't know. I thought I was gonna say parts, and then I was fully expecting that to say parts. We may be an amnesiac with no memory, but we got a kick-ass ponytail, so it's worth it, I think. So true. Okay, where are the Ys? AAs and the Ys and Ys are there. Damn. Okay.
I see.
Alright. I mean, AA, Ace Attorney? So true. Where's Phoenix Wright? 25 points. Well. Alright. Class trial. Yes, I didn't save because I should have saved, but it's okay. I believe in us. We need the ultimate defense turn to get us out of that binds. Miles? Oh wait, no, that's Phoenix Wright. Sorry.
Yuri was at that party, wasn't he? Didn't
He's
he
a
drink
prosecutor.
late into the night too?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he was there.
And one of y'all were pretending to be drunk. And I want to know who it is because I bet you had the time of your life.
So
I always say that, like, whenever an
right
actor
after
has
the
to
party
pretend to be
ended,
drunk or like
could've
high for a
easily been a
scene,
man.
I have to imagine like it's the most fun scene they ever did because you literally can get away with doing anything, and that being like you're drunk or your highness. And now I'm reminded how Yamaguchi didn't do anything. Do not remind me of that fraud. Not Setsuka, I'll play safe though. Yamaguchi was such a fraud. He had me all hyped for him to get into the trial, and I was ready for him to like flick the switch and for him to lock in and be like the best lawyer that we've ever seen. But he literally just yelled. His locking in was him yelling stuff that we already established. Man, this is why I do not blame Kinji for taking out the trash in chapter 3.
Yes, that's true.
You're taking that into account now? Quick-witted bunch, aren't you?
Right. Yes. Do not bait me into thinking you're gonna be a top tier lawyer, alright? If you're a fraudulent lawyer, own up to it. In fact, I would even say that has a little bit of charm into it, you know? Know your limits, play within it. Lotto Max. That's a slogan. I mean, that's a slogan for like a Canadian lottery. Know your limits, play within it. And you know what? Yamaguchi did not know his limits, and he did not play within it.
You asshole! You're not even participating in the discussion!
What? Do you want me to help? That'll be a million crows. I'll figure this all out for you then.
Shut up, you Scrooge!
If Sora's right, a man really could have attacked Yuri.
Yes. The voice acting is so good, so true. Honestly, I'm just happy that I don't have to read another trial until we get to chapter 4, but that's like a future Red problem.
But that's no reason to rule out a girl as a culprit.
Of course. She said that the culprit could be a man, not that they couldn't be a woman.
Right, but then if it was a woman, then the actions of the culprit become a little bit weird because why did they have to attack Yuriko, right?
For a man like Mr. Kagura,
am I ahead of the curve here? Am I ahead of the curve here?
That approached him during the festivities is all too plausible.
Yeah, but I'm curious about something. The party was last night, right? Yuri died this morning. If the culprit attacked Yuri after the party, wouldn't that mean the culprit was inside the Mono Cruise during nighttime?
Right.
The Mono Cruise doors lock after 10 p.m.
And Yuri was outside throughout the whole night? So did they like drug him?
Yeah. If the party was last night and the murder happened this morning, there's a huge gap of time missing between them.
So they injected him with anesthetic because we found anesthetic at the scene of the crime. And Canada said that there are precise measurements so that even someone who wasn't a medical expert would know how much time they're knocking someone out. So I would have to believe that they drugged him and then woke up this morning and then were like, yo, I need to get to the bell tower because the drug's about to wear off.
So the question is, if a man really did attack Riri after the party, what was he doing until morning?
But didn't all the people who were drinking late into the night return to the monocruise before 10 p.m.?
That's, I can't really remember.
Probably. I was the only sober one there. Although, Yuri was late. He told me he'd be stopping by the bathroom.
That's when the culprit got him. Terrible way to go out. Look, as annoying as he was, I mean, at least presumably the culprit waited for him to leave the bathroom. Nonetheless, terrible way to go out. I remember when I would give everyone Discord a dumb nickname like Sasuke. Good times.
I get it.
I don't mind some of Sasuke's nickname, like Coco for Kokoro, or Riri for Yuri. Where the hell does Rara come from? Like, I know it's Sora and she gets the Ra from Sora, but like the So is like the most oh my god, identifiable, there you go, part of her name. So wouldn't it be like So? I mean, Hibiki already calls her Sosi, so...
No, that doesn't make sense, because the murder happened at the bell tower just after the morning announcement. The culprit would have been locked inside the monocruise. They wouldn't have had any time to prepare for the murder.
Sora is voiced by Lanuge in Korean. Oh shit, I didn't know that. I know that he voiced Yuki in the first game. So and he used like voice clips for everyone else that had like voice lines in the first game. I thought that Sora was gonna be a voice clip here, and then Yuki would still be in, but damn, alright.
You're assuming things again.
By the way, Ravenpaw, in case you want to know who is our Suguru 2.0, Kokoro mentioned 2 minutes into the trial that she knows who did it and how they did it. Won't tell us, so she kind of on my hit list. I'm not gonna lie.
There's no rule that says you have to stay inside the monocruise during nighttime.
What? But the rules?
It says you can't fall asleep.
State that the monocruise doors close at 10 p.m. and that sleeping outside the dorms is not allowed. That's all.
So no one remembers if everyone made it back inside, and so that opens up the possibility for the culprit to remain outside all night. My thing is, from 10 p.m. to fuck it, let's say like an arbitrary number of 6:30 a.m., right? Because the culprit had to attack Yuriko. That's still a long time to stay awake, though.
If the culprit never boarded the monocruise, they would be free to wander the island after the door was locked.
Right.
If they stayed up all night, they wouldn't be breaking any rules.
Being outside the monocruise at night isn't a rule violation? Is that true?
I beg everyone to reread the rules.
Yes, I've done it before.
Oh shit!
I wondered what would happen if I slept during the day and stayed out all night outside. And nothing happened. The doors opened in the morning, and I was able to board the monocruise as usual.
Okay, well, W experiment, I guess.
Didn't Monocro say that monsters would be wandering the island at night? You still could have been injured, Coco.
I was fine. I stayed on the main roads and never ran into any sort of
Girl
monster.
took one for the team. You know what? I have to respect it. Does she have a death wish? Apparently.
Although I do wonder if something may be hidden in the forest.
Yeah.
If Kokoro is telling the truth, it's possible that Yuri never re-entered the monocruise last night.
Oh, we're talking about Yuri. Bro, I thought we were talking about fuck. Obviously, Yuri never entered the monocruise. What are we talking about?
According to Yoriko, he did return, just much later than everyone else. But isn't it possible that he was attacked and then placed in the bell tower until this morning?
Okay.
According to that theory, the culprit is one of the people who were drinking late into the night.
Yes, and we know that because one of them actually wasn't drinking alcohol, they were drinking water.
What do you think, Yoriko? You're one of the people who stayed behind, aren't you?
I wonder what he thinks of his totally real sister, Yaoi Karikin. Bro. The sibling rivalry of the century, I would say.
Well, that's true. But it wasn't me. I got back to the monocruise with everyone else.
About that, none of us were exactly sober, so we don't really remember that. Sorry, Yuko.
Well,
What?
They were all drunk as skunks.
Indeed, and none of them can recall a thing. Speaking of which, I don't recall seeing any alcohol during the preparations for the party.
Well, the culprit snuck it in, blaming on the alcohol.
And yet, there was alcohol abound in the beverages by the time the party started.
Saw Yuriko get posted to our men drawing women once. Was it a good drawing? Question mark?
I believe this is no mere coincidence.
Are you saying that the culprit put alcohol in the drinks in order to get everyone drunk and fog up their memories?
Yes. 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 The answer to that is yes.
Wait, isn't it possible that someone impulsively committed a murder because they were under the influence at the
Everyone
time?
was flaming Lanuge. Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
No.
Oh!
can tell
Oh!
by looking
I
at
got
the
it!
lines
I got
that
it! I
someone
got
put a
it!
great
I got
deal
it!
of thought into this
Someone...
matter.
Okay, I thought someone drew Yuriko and posted it on a subreddit of Ren drawing woman. But no, it was someone posted an image on Ren drawing woman of Yuriko. Oh. My point still stands. That is fortunate. I mean, I could see why you, like, would want to criticize Yuriko outside of a vacuum, but it's not like the characters themselves don't also talk about how she's dressed. Ray, we miss you, ma. It's dead as hell. R.I.P. Ray.
It doesn't fit an intoxicated cover-up.
Cooked.
If the culprit brought the alcohol, doesn't that mean they helped organize the party?
Who are the ones organizing the party?
Well, it was Mikado, Yuki, Setsuka, Hajime, Yuriko, Setsuka, Hajime, Yuki, me. Oh, that's it. That was 5 of us. No, she's alive. Is that a roleplay where someone was playing Ray just started roasting everyone's behavior uselessly and it was streets to see? Honestly, but that's canon though. So you know what? Shout out to that person for actually playing Ray.
You, Ra-Ra, Mac, Yuko, Mikado, and myself.
I like how she doesn't give Mikado a nickname. You know what? No, actually, I don't like that. If you don't give that man a nickname,
Just the 6 of us.
there were 6. Oh, missed someone.
Yuriko is nothing but suspicious.
So the culprit's someone that helped with the party and stayed out last night.
She's that much of a hater, right?
And they would have to be sober. That's what you're saying?
Hey, wait a second. The only person who wasn't drinking last night was Yuriko. She
Right.
said she'd be chaperoning Dry, since we had to get back by 10 p.m.
I guess the problem is we would have to believe that Yuriko was attacked versus someone. She's just saying that to cover herself up.
No, I mean, that's true, but...
That's...
The evidence all lines up.
Yuriko, can you explain what happened in more detail?
We
just want to believe you.
If you don't treat Mikado at his worst, you don't serve him at his best. That. And you know what? The fact that I can't even interact with him, even if I want. Oh,
Listening to me. Aren't you taking this a little too far? Look, I'm innocent. To be accused as the culprit because of a series of coincidences, I can still defend myself, you know? Listen to me before you start talking.
okay. Well then, defend yourself, because you've been not doing a good job of defending yourself. The minigame Rebuttal Showdown and others is about to begin. Would you like to hear an explanation? In Rebuttal Showdown, the goal is to shoot your opponent's arguments and refute them. There are 5 lanes at the center of the screen. You may switch the lanes using the left and right arrow keys, and you can launch an arrow by pressing confirm. The opponent's arguments will disappear within 1 to 3 seconds after the appearance and inflict damage. If you fail to shoot them before that happens, the rebuttal gauge at the top will move to the right. If the opponent takes over the entire rebuttal gauge, your focus gauge will take damage and push will be deducted. This minigame is way harder than the original version. Oh. On the other hand, the rebuttal gauge will move to the left every time you successfully shoot down your opponent's words down. I like, even though it takes me a while to get the hang of it, I actually like rebuttal showdowns, even in the canon games. So, you'll take double the damage if the rebuttal gauge is in your opponent's favor. So do your best to not miss shooting down any of their opponents. Someone will have a chance to say her counter arguments as the rebuttal proceeds, and afterwards the bubble gauge will return to its initial position. Like it outside the bay, you can refute the yellow text in your opponent's arguments. Instead of 2 bullets, you'll be given truth arrows, which must be equipped in the bow on the bow in order to refute the argument. Press shift to change the truth arrow, and S to equip to we're shooting arrows this time. That's cool. Once you equip the truth arrow, the bows will turn red, and you will not be able to change truth arrows. Press S again to remove the equipped bow. When a truth arrow is equipped, you cannot shoot down ordinary remarks. You will only be able to refute yellow text. If you want to refute ordinary remarks, remember to remove the truth arrow first. Finally, oh, this is too much. Fuck, I'm gonna fuck up. That was like information overload. Okay.
I know I have to accede to your unjust accusations, but if I'm really the culprit, do you really think that I'd go about it this way? Like you said, Yuri would have done anything for a woman, even die for her.
Yeah, the Orphan
There's no
tell us
reason
that much.
for me to wait until the party to kill him in such a complicated manner.
Oh, equip truth arrow. I was supposed to press S. Yeah, but that wasn't it anyways.
The culprit may have waited until the party because of their plan involving the alcohol. Like we said before, they used it to dull everyone's memories so they could easily get away with their plan.
Alright.
The fact that Yuri attended the party in itself could indicate that he was working with the culprit.
So you're just saying that I would do something as stupid as intentionally going to the party? If I was the culprit, I wouldn't go about it that way. If you two weren't as power with me, you wouldn't be suspecting me. Is that how it is?
What?
Just because of that, you're suspecting me. It's
That's
completely unfair.
fuck!
I know I have to accede to your unjust accusations, but if I'm really the culprit, do you really think that I'd go about it this way? Like you said, Yuri would have done anything for a woman, even die for her.
I equipped.
There's no reason for me to wait until the party to kill him in such a complicated manner.
Oh fuck! This is the. It put me back in the first one.
Crap.
Okay, I thought, bro, I'm getting cooked. I thought that was the second one. All right, okay. I got it though. I got it.
I know I have to accede to your unjust accusations, but if I'm really the culprit, do you really think that I'd go about it this way? Like you said, Yuri would have done anything
I
for
wouldn't
women,
do this if
even
I was
die for
actually the
her.
culprit defense. Gotta be like
no
such
reason for me
a
to
double-edged
leave
sword, because
the
like
party
while that
to
will be
kill
true,
him
that
in
doesn't
such a
really
complicated
help you
manner.
in this current situation. Like anyone can say that, even if they are guilty.
They had waited until the party because of their plan
there a
involving
way to
the
skip this?
alcohol. Like we said before, they used it to dull everyone's memories so they could easily get away with their plan. The fact
I
that
say
Yuri
Nikkei,
attended the party in itself would indicate that he
Nikkei
was
is
working
peak
with the
husband
culprit.
material. No, I haven't interacted with him as much.
That I would do
I've been
something
focusing
as
on
stupid as intentionally going to the party?
Shinji, Yuki, and
I
Suzuka
wouldn't go about it
when it
that
comes
way.
to the
If
free
you
time
two weren't
events.
as power with me, you wouldn't be suspecting me. Is that how it is? Just because of that, you're suspecting me. It's
I
completely
pressed it
unfair.
though. Hello? This is the count to show her the proof. I did that though.
I know I have to accede to your unjust accusations, but if I'm really the culprit, do you really think that I'd go about it this way? Like you said, Yuri would have done anything for a woman, even die for her.
Okay.
There's no reason for me to wait until the party to kill him in such a complicated manner.
And then I somehow advanced that. Sure.
culprit may have waited until the party
The game
because
gave
of
that
their
to me.
plan
The
involving
game.
Like we said before, they used it to dull everyone's memories so they could
okay.
easily get away with their plan. The fact that Yuri attended
The
the
bow
party
will
in
turn
itself
red. That's what it said.
indicated
And
he was
my dumb
working
ass
with the
seeing a
culprit.
golden bow and thinking that I got it.
That I would do something as stupid as intentionally going to the party? If I was the culprit, I wouldn't go about it that way. If you two weren't as power with me, you wouldn't be suspecting me. Is that how it is? Just because of that, I'll
There you
pierce
go.
through those words.
I would be Nikkei's male wife, frankly. You know what? I will say that's valid based on the. Oh my god, I got nothing. Based on the very minimal interactions. Good answer, streamer. Thank you. I try. That I've had with him.
It's not just that, Yoriko. Shobai told me that he saw you going to the bell tower this morning.
With a rope.
What?
He also said you were holding a long rope in your hand.
A rope? The same rope that Rinrin was tied up with?
Evidently. So, It wasn't really a rope though, right? It was a
Shobai,
hook.
you were telling the truth, right?
Huh? I was. At the time, I didn't know that woman would be so important to the case. I was wondering what she was planning to do with something like that. Now that I think about it, that was a really important piece of evidence.
Wait, he's lying! Shobai isn't telling the truth.
Shit.
He really was attacked by someone as soon as I left the Mono Cruise. He's trying to slander me. He's the culprit.
Even if you say that.
Yeah, all the evidence is stacked against you.
So, are we cooked?
It's almost undeniable. Or maybe you're just an idiot, Yoriko.
Damn! Alright.
What? Why are you all accusing me?
Those are two
me?
those are two options. Either she's the culprit or she's just an
Mr.
idiot.
Hashimoto's testimony is the most damning thing here. How do you plan to defend yourself against that?
Yuko, are you really the culprit?
Wait, Shobai really is lying.
Oh?
What?
Sora, did Shobai mention when he saw Yoriko leave?
This morning?
Yoriko left right after the morning announcement. So wouldn't that be around 7 a.m.?
I was on the second floor of the library at the time, and I saw Shobai climbing the stairs from the second to the third floor. Shobai, even if you did see Yoriko leave, unless you knew her destination beforehand, you'd have trouble figuring out she was headed for the bell tower.
And didn't you say you saw
Shit.
Yoroku holding a rope?
Shobai, were you lying to me?
Ha! So you got me out.
Okay. Now, what is the purpose? I thought, fun fact, there is a massive fight on whether you Shobai with a Y or Shobai with an H. The Y is closer to the Korean pronunciation, but Shobai is close to how you would romanize the Japanese kanji. Take your pick. I've actually I've actually seen the two variants used. I don't know. I think for ease of pronunciation, I would stick with the H, but I mean, Lanuge is Korean, so I think for any like official word, it should be 5. I also read that his talent, the broker, is like is also like, I wouldn't say mistranslation, but it kind of dilutes how fucked up his talent actually is. like his actual talent in Korean, so I've seen, is more akin to stuff more dealing with the black market instead of just him being a broker that works in the black market. And it's just sort of the culture context, you mean? I don't know. that's the from what I've seen. Wow, first time catching a stream ever. Hello, none of your business. Welcome. We're happy to have you. I've just seen that like if you see the Afro Korean one, it's more directly connected to the black market stuff than him just being a broker who deals with the black market.
Sorry about that, but I wanted to test you all.
Yeah. I thought, okay, man. I thought at the very least the culprit went up to him and paid him to lie. You said you just lied for the hell of it.
Us? Like I said, if you clear the class trial for me, I'm good. I was testing whether you could really do it without my interference.
What? You gotta be joking!
Just a little bit of perjury, really. I didn't think the psychologist would realize.
If you purged yourself in an actual trial, you would be going to jail. But this, you're just taking advantage of the fact that you're not punished for perjury here. I mean, you are. You die if we get this wrong. So
well, whatever. I'm counting this as a win.
Asshole! What the hell are you doing?
Perfectly normal reaction. In fact, he underreacted.
Settle down, Mr. Kasai. Violence is against the school rules.
Just yelled.
Calm down, Shin. You can beat him up after we get out of here.
Well, evidently not, because you have intent to kill.
Shobai's the one who lied. He's even more suspicious than I am.
I don't know. His testimony might be false, but you're still the most likely suspect.
Candidate, your mind fascinates me.
But we're being cruel to Yoriko, aren't we? We should talk about this some more.
No, Ruko's definitely the killer.
I don't want to suspect my friends. I want to believe everyone instead.
Right.
Well, this is rather complicated, isn't it?
I hate to tell you this,
We seem to be
Shinji,
split
but
right down the
one of
middle.
us is lying.
If that's the case, let's decide with a proper debate. Please remain calm as your seats
Oh
are rearranged.
my god. Don't tell me. Do not tell me whether Yuriko is the killer or not. We have to discuss about this more. Let's try the best to convince everyone. Oh my god. The best minigame is in this game. Holy shit. Oh my god. Lanuge. Lanuge. Oh, Lanuge. Bro. I will personally e-transfer you $1 million. If you show by once a million yet, I'll give it to you, big dog, for just putting this minigame in it. When the class becomes divided on an issue and splits into two parties, a scrum debate occurs. While it's usually free-for-all during non-stop debates, scrum debates have students competing in teams. All students participate in Team Solar or Team Luna. Titled the game, The Moon of Hope and the Sun of Despair. Members of the opposing team will take turns presenting their arguments. Although not clearly labeled, each argument has a key word. Every member of your team will be represented with a keyword as well. Identify the keyword in the opposing arguments and present the arguments of your teammate that matches the keyword in order to refute it. Switch the keywords with up and down arrows and press confirm to refute the argument. If you attempt to refute an argument with the incorrect keyword, points are deducted and focus you take damage. Right. So what I'm really interested to see as the game progresses is how they handle the teams. Because like in V3, they kind of like, what was it? Kaido and Kokichi were always on opposing teams. There was one person who was always on a losing team, which I thought was fucking hilarious. So I want to see if that happens in this game. And if it does, I probably won't be able to clock it, but you know, might as well try. A crouch bind state will occur after you successfully defeat all the opposing arguments, and the two teams will begin a final push to victory. Press the button displayed at the center of the screen repeatedly in order to push away the arguments of the opposing team. The button displayed will randomly change over time. You'll have to start the scrum debate over again if your teammate's arguments pushed off the screen, so don't lose your footing. If your opposing team's arguments pushed off screen, you'll clear the debate scrum with full counter cut in featuring your team members. So flashy. Oh, Lanuge. You certainly did your thing with this one. You certainly did your thing with this one. Oh my god. Yuki's not on our team. What? Man, of course Yuki's on the fucking Solar team, Son of Despair. Man, Utsuro, if you don't stop influencing my boy, subconsciously influencing my boy.
Yoriko is the only one that went to the party and fits all of the criteria.
This one's mine. We still need to figure out if the party is even relevant to the case.
Well, it is, but...
Knowing Yuri, the killer has to be a woman.
Emma! We've already established that the murder could have been committed by either a man or a woman.
Right, because especially after Yuriko was knocked out, they could have used her...
One with a super suspicious alibi.
Could have used her e-handbook.
Kokoro and Shobai don't even have alibis. Why are you accusing me?
Also...
But, Yoriko,
oh my god!
weren't you the only one who handled the food at the party?
She looks so unhinged. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Why are people opposing Kokoro?
Of the fact that we were drunk to forge her alibi.
Like, she said she knew who the culprit was. I feel like if you're opposing Kokoro, you should, like, do some self-evaluation on why you're opposing the person who says that they know who the culprit is.
Jessica, we haven't even talked about the possibility of another suspect besides Yuko.
Yeah. Okay, button mashing time. Z? Oh, A. Fuck. Ah! X. Fuck! S. A. Z. Bro. My goat's on the other team. You hate to see it. Mikado, it's okay. You know, we're all humans. We all make mistakes. Oh my god. Help. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to last this long. Okay, there you go.
Hell yeah. First try, first try. Alright, I have to assume that we're almost there, question mark? Alright.
It seems that a conclusion has continued.
Good job,
to evade
streamer.
us.
Thank you, I try.
At any rate, it's wrong to conclude that Yodako's the killer when there's still so many unanswered questions.
Can we talk about what the hell happened with his other calf, please?
We need to discuss this some more.
Sora.
Okay. I don't want to doubt my friends any longer either.
Ah, there you go. Utsuro stopped subconsciously possessing him. Welcome back, Yuki.
Let's drop the subject of the culprit and discuss some other things first.
Wait, so we're back to square one?
Good thinking. Unlike a regular trial, a single misstep will result in tragedy.
Right.
We need to keep discussing this until we reach a decisive
I
conclusion.
mean, can't you at least, you know, be guide? Ooh, that would look. Oh, I see why she's not guiding us. Okay. I guess you're valid, Kokoro.
I mean, Kokoro, don't you know who the culprit is? Can't you just tell us so we can call it a day?
What I'm saying. That Kokoro, I see. It is.
We all currently believe Yodoko is the culprit.
You know what? I want to, in chapter 2, I will, ooh, that's a lot of people. I should be almost done Yuki and Satsuka's free time events. I want to spend some time with Kokoro and Kanade next chapter, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time for all that.
Would you even be able to accept it if I named someone else?
Yes, just work backwards. You know, in math, a thing that I did when I was like really struggling with a math problem is that I would actually go to the back of the textbook, read the answer, and then work backwards to see how I got to that answer. And I would be confused up until I started working backwards. Kokoro, for the love of God, allow us to work backwards.
So you don't believe Miss Kabuya is the culprit?
Alright, so instead of who they are, let's talk about how the culprit did it.
Oh wait, actually, I do want to know this.
How
Never
they
mind.
did it?
Kokoro, you're good now.
We're not sure whether the culprit attacked Riri this morning or after the party.
Right.
Did you forget what the culprit did before they killed Riri?
Or killing Yuri. Is she talking about the object that was attached to Yuri's body? That object would be Hook. I guess it's this.
Got it. Are you talking about the hook that was embedded in Yuri's calf?
And the other calf that has a hook wound is also confusing.
Yeah, you said it was already embedded when you first saw him, right?
Yes.
Even if Riri was drunk, he wouldn't have just stayed still while the culprit stuck that thing into his leg.
He was incapacitated.
They would have had to restrain him by any means possible.
So you're saying we should discuss how the culprit went about doing that?
I was gonna say something stupid like, wouldn't that wake him up? But I realized when you get given anesthetics for surgery, they'd be cutting you up with that. So never mind. How the culprit restrained Yuri? We have to figure that out. Oh, it's the solution. Easy mode.
We might have all been plastered, but Riri wouldn't have just stayed still while someone stuck a hook into him.
This is true.
Maybe they stunned him by hitting him with a blunt weapon?
Nope.
No, that's wrong!
Immediately. Allow me to cut through your words. It will be saving.
I have evidence that the culprit didn't use such a straightforward method, Hibiki. We found traces of an anesthetic solution on the floor of the bell tower.
I would argue that the anesthetic solution is the more straightforward weapon. Because if you try to knock him out with a blunt object, you would have to make sure you're hitting hard enough to knock him out, while also simultaneously not hitting him too hard to kill him from that, so...
Anesthetic solution?
Yeah.
Kanade told me that it's similar to the kind used in the operating room during major surgeries.
Yes, you can get some from the infirmary.
Its presence at the bell tower leaves no doubt that the
Ubahara
culprit used
bell
the
tower.
anesthetic to subdue Mr. Kagurine.
That murdered someone in the goat's bell tower. You hate
Wait,
to see it.
do you think that's the same
He
thing
is
the culprit
turning
used
over
when
in
they
his
attacked
grave
me?
right now. Possibly.
Maybe. But that's besides the point, Yotoko, so be quiet.
Damn, alright.
Fine.
And there's one more thing I know about the anesthetic.
The other thing I learned about the anesthetic is it's easy for someone to use. Even if you're not a medical professional.
Got it.
And she would talk about you every
Not
day
able to
now.
continue after finding the anesthetic, and she discovered that a single syringe had disappeared.
A syringe?
Yes. You can use that particular syringe to conveniently calculate the sedation time using the scale on the barrel.
That's great and all, but how do you know all this?
I watch a lot of medical dramas. Is there a problem?
Bro, what medical dramas do you be watching for them to like lay it all
I'm
out
not
like
saying
that?
there's a problem, but
No one found a syringe or anything.
Guy
like
who's
that
never
when
watched a medical
investigating
drama. Maybe they do lay it all like that. I don't know. I see that Grey's Anatomy has like 20 seasons, and I'm like, holy shit! I'm not touching that. So maybe they do go in depth like that. I don't know.
Culprit still has the syringe with them.
Should we frisk everyone here?
I doubt they'd be idiotic enough to have it on their person. But we can be sure that they hid it somewhere.
Well, they could have just thrown it out.
If they used a syringe with the anesthetic solution, they could subdue Yuri even if he wasn't drunk.
There's one thing that's really bothering me. When Sora and I last saw Yuri, he seemed convinced a woman was trying to take his life. Saying things like, not everyone gets to be killed by a cute classmate, and being born a man and achieving my dream.
Okay, so this whole time I've been operating under the assumption is that they attacked Yuriko, right, to get her e-handbook to message Yuri, to be like, yo, let me kill you. And Yuri's like, holy shit, finally. And I'm pretty sure Yuki's getting to this. Yuri didn't know who was killing him, right? Because he's like, what if it was Hibiki or Kanade, or what if it was Yuriko? So if he doesn't know who attacked him, quote unquote attacked him, then how did he get lured out?
He was about to die? Eek!
I mean, we know he was a weirdo.
So if he said that, does that make the culprit a woman after all?
The thing that's bothering me is that Yuri told all of us that he would cooperate with the female culprit, but they restrained him and waited until he was drunk. If the culprit was a female, that wouldn't be necessary.
That's my Yuki. Tell him, Maeda.
That's what I've been saying since the beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
We're at the point
It
where the
just
sound
create
effects
more
are starting to
evidence,
bug
right?
out. But the voice acting isn't, so I'll
Let's review.
restart it after.
Assuming the
I
culprit
forget.
is male, he would only be able to target Yuri after yesterday's party.
Alright.
We still have no idea what happened before nighttime, though. Assuming the culprit is female, she would be able to get to Yuri at any time inside the monocruise. However, she wouldn't have had enough time to prepare for the crime in the morning.
Right. He's the only one taking notes in this class trial, and honestly, it shows. WDK.
Like the other scenario, we still have no idea what happened before nighttime.
Oh shit! This is the pose. He's in the thumbnail pose. I just realized that. Oh my god.
About what happened before nighttime. Doesn't it seem possible that the culprit's preparations took place during that time?
What?
When everyone was asleep and no one could see them prepare. Yeah.
Like
Cook.
Kokoro said, anyone can stay outside the monocruise at night using the loophole in the rules.
That's not really a loophole, though.
We can't explain how the culprit prepared for their crime during the short time frame in the morning, so we can just assume by default that it took place at night.
That's almost 9 hours. Would it really take them that long to prepare for the murder?
That's what I said. From 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. from where Yuriko was supposedly attacked. Like, what did they do to entertain
We're not
themselves?
sure. They just need to prepare the hooks, the rope, the anesthetic, the wires, and...
I guess the wires would take the longest time, right? Because how would you set that up?
None of you can possibly think that the culprit simply dragged Yuri up with just a rope, do you?
Oh, fuck. Yeah. My bad, Kokoro.
Huh?
I did think something was amiss when you began accusing Yotoko. You've been mistaken from the beginning.
What are you talking about?
The culprit didn't just drop Yuri to his death after dragging him up from the bell tower.
Then, what else did they do?
Oh, I see. It was so obvious that I almost missed it. In hindsight, it's clear. Think. Yuri was short, but it's
Oh,
physically
I'm
impossible
stressed.
for anyone to drag him hundreds of feet out to the bell tower.
Right.
I doubt even Shinji could do it.
Okay.
Really? If you used a lever of sorts, it might be possible.
Yes, it's possible. However, we were wrong in our initial assumption that the culprit was the one who pulled Yuri up.
Oh, okay. So this is where the vest comes into play. So whatever the vest was connected to pulled Yuri up, but also caused the rope to snap? What the hell was the vest connected to?
Our initial assumption was wrong?
So what? What's the problem?
I thought the culprit wore the vest, but evidently not. The culprit didn't pull Yuri up. They moved Yuri using another method. What method did they use? I've definitely seen something that can solve. Oh!
To remedy the situation.
Okay.
Kanare's explanation is correct. Think, Sora. You've seen the evidence too.
How do you know that? Because you weren't with me when I
I
saw
can
that
remind
evidence.
you if you don't remember.
No, I remember. It's the vest. Logic refresh. Oh shit. What the hell is this? That's my goat. Kokoro got it. She, honestly, most relatable cast member. In a logic refresh, someone who supports your argument will give you hints to help you out. There are 5 lines similar to Rebuttal Showdown, and you can. Oh, so this is like, a consent version of Rebuttal Showdown. Okay, I can get behind this. And you can use the up and down arrows to switch lanes. Just portals will say the argument point by point, and your task is to avoid contact with their wide statements. You'll suffer damage when the midpoint of the comment in your line passes to the vertical line of the right. Got you. On the other hand, the Bluetooth bullets that appear in the midst of should be collected. Bluetooth bullets can be collected when the midpoint passes through the judgment line. Okay. Unlike white text, you take damage for failing to collect them instead. You'll proceed to the next step. You collect all 2 bullets shown on the lower left. You must then choose the most appropriate 2 bullets for the present situation from the group of bullets you have collected. If you choose the correct bullet, your supporter will fire a 2 bullet to you and you'll clear the game with a cut-in. Got you. Okay, this is cool. I can get behind this. Oh my god, I desperately need to restart.
At the tower at a great speed. This is an impossible feat for a regular person to accomplish.
Right.
How was the culprit able to achieve this? The speed in which Yuri was dragged up indicates something was pulling him down from the other side, don't you think?
Yes.
And you didn't find anyone on the top of the bell tower. So therefore, you can figure this out for yourself, can't you?
It was... It's a life jacket, but I still don't understand what it was connected to.
I agree with that.
But I thought the culprit wore it, but she said that they didn't, so... Alright, save. Alright, let's fix these sound effects here. Alright, resume.
It's possible that Yuri wasn't dragged up by the culprit. It's more logical to think that he was pulled up in reaction to something else.
What are you talking about?
There was a hook stuck in Yuri's calf, which was attached to a long rope.
Which was connected to a life vest.
We thought that someone pulled Yuri up by that rope, but if you think about it, it's physically impossible for someone to do that on their own.
I'm going to believe this because I have like no other choice to, but I would think that I would intuitively think that's wrong, but I guess that's correct.
Sure. Are you sure?
Furthermore, I discovered something with Setsuka earlier.
Yeah, why didn't she say anything, Setsuka?
Oh, you're talking about the life jacket, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes. Someone had left it hidden outside of the bell tower. We found the same kind of hook that was stuck in Yuri's calf and
What about
ran it
his
with the
other
life
calf,
jacket.
though? Are we ever going to talk about that?
Was attached to a rope. However, the end was cut off.
So, what does that mean?
Oh, so in other words, Yuri was connected to the life jacket by the hooked ends of the rope.
Yes.
If the culprit jumped down from the bell tower while wearing the life jacket, Yuri would be pulled by the other ends.
What the fuck? Spider-Man killed Yuri? Oh, what the fuck? What do you mean they jumped down the bell tower? I missed you. What do you mean they jumped down the bell tower? Sure, man, sure.
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Yes, yes, yes.
Exactly. That's what the culprit did.
I mean, I guess, and that's what caused the rope to snap.
Wait, I don't get it. So why was Ruko at the top of the bell tower?
Well, according to
Bro,
Yuriko,
this is
she was
fucking
attacked and found herself unconscious, and then awoke at the top
How
of the
tall
bell
is
tower.
the bell tower? Shouldn't the culprit also be dead?
When Yuki and I met Yuri on the first floor, the culprit must have been waiting for us at the top of the bell tower. Along with the unconscious Yuriko, of course.
Right.
That explains why Miss Kabuya was the only one there when Miss Sora and Mr.
They
Maeda arrived.
fucking jumped off.
She was a red herring. The real culprit.
Is it gonna be
couldn't have been
something
there.
like the fact that Yuri was on the other side kind of acted as like a fucking that broke their fall or something?
After all, they were already outside the bell tower when Mr. Kagurine was pulled up.
It makes sense in theory, but I don't think he'd be able to be pulled up so easily.
Why not?
There's tons of other factors involved, like friction and whatnot.
Yeah, but if you jump off the bell tower, as Yuki's suggesting, I'm pretty sure that's enough force
Sora,
to.
do you remember the bell ringing as Yuri was being pulled up?
Yeah.
Yes, and now I think I know why.
Yuri was pulled up as the culprit. As the culprit jumped down, and his body must have hit the bell. Oh, so wait, I was right. I said that the bell caused his body to get like fucked up, but no, he's the one who rung the bell. Oh, okay. Fuck if I know though. Is it this?
Got it.
Oh, look at that. I don't even know how that proves
The
that, but
culprit
sure.
threaded the rope through the hanging bell and used it as a fulcrum.
Never mind, I get it now.
I can't draw that well, but I'll draw you a picture to illustrate. Iroha, may I borrow your sketchbook?
Wait, why don't you ask her to draw it? Well, I guess she wouldn't know what she's talking about. Okay. This is still so crazy to me. They jumped out of the bell tower.
This is how the culprit did it. As you all know, the hole in the top of the bell is very small. Small enough that the hook can't pass through it.
Right. So I guess that tension between that little hole is what caught only in Danganronpa. Yeah.
I suspect that the culprit attached the hooks after first threading the rope through the hole.
That's really high up. How is that even possible?
Oh, well, I get it, but Sora, your drawings could use some improvement.
Iroha, you cannot be serious right now. It's a class trial anyways. You want to wait like 15 minutes while she draws a super detailed drawing?
It sounds simple in theory, but they could have easily fallen to their death if they'd miscalculated.
Oh, so is that actually what happened? The fact that Yuri was attached to the other side is what broke their fall? Is that how that works? Fuck, I know nothing about science.
I believe they practiced it beforehand. If you look at the marks on the bell, they don't look shallow enough to have been made by a single attempt.
Right.
Are you proposing that the culprit practiced this act many times before committing the actual crime?
Oh, so that's why his other calf has a hook in it. So something must have happened while they were practicing where they couldn't use that calf anymore. Maybe it dug too deep and created like a bigger hole than he needed to break his fall.
Yes. The hooks that were connected to Yuri couldn't have passed through the hole in the bell, so the culprit wouldn't fall. The marks on the bell are probably from the friction caused by the rope,
Right.
and also from the metal hooks scraping against the bell.
Right.
After the culprit used the correct rope length to reach the surface.
So, okay, I got you. So one of them was too small, maybe? And that's why the other calf
they
was
could cut
fucked
the
up?
end of the rope attached to the life jacket, and Yuri would fall to the ground due to the shifting weight and balance. This is the truth of the crime scene that Yuki and I witnessed.
This is an insane plan, by the way.
Wait a moment. Even if the
I
culprit
have to,
accounts
if
for the
there's
length of
something
the
I
rope,
have to give the culprit,
that's how
it is
it's
the
far too
ingenuity of this murder plan.
If they fell while hanging from just a life jacket with a hook, the force from the landing would dislocate their shoulders.
As Kennedy says, the culprit would be severely injured without anything to cushion the impact. Something to cushion the impact. That why the culprit installed that object? What? Something to cushion their impact. What? Oh, the wires!
Got it.
Got you.
Earlier, Emma was wondering why the culprit would go through all the trouble of setting up those wires.
Holy shit, Mikado Saronji's #1 fan. You just like me for real. Hello, welcome to the stream. I am, you know what? I'll give you a I am his #2 fan. He is the goat for real, for real.
The answer to Kanadi's question is probably the broken wires.
The broken wires?
Yuri was cut by the wires as he was dragged up at a high speed.
Right, which then would have cushioned his fall.
The resulting friction in the process may have had the effect of cushioning the impact.
Right.
Now I get it. The wires weren't meant to kill Yuri, but rather to lessen the impact of the fall.
Which, I mean, I think in hindsight, Yuri's body should be a little bit more messed up from all the attempts of the murder plan, right? Because there's no way the culprit... How does the goat indeed? Great minds think alike. There's no way the culprit figured out how many wires they needed to install just off of one practice, like, just right off the bat, right?
This explains why the culprit
I
went through the
guess
tedious
you
work
could
of
just
setting up those
overinstall
wires.
and then so for the best. Never mind. Maybe that could have just...
There's something bothering me. If the wires were sharp enough to slice through flesh, why didn't they cut the rope?
They did. That's why... Well, no, it's the other end that got cut. I don't know.
If it really was that sharp, it should have cut the rope attached to Yuri too.
Or maybe he did, and that's why his other calf... I'm
that
still
rope was made from special materials.
hyper fixating on that calf, man. Why was that one calf injured?
It's a tough one from the mart that won't break unless you carefully cut through its padding.
Right.
I thought it was cool, so I took note of it.
Oh, thank you, Setsuka.
I didn't expect it to be used in a murder, though.
So, Ruko's not the culprit?
That's what I've been telling you from the start. I'm a victim here too.
Who was that? Hibiki? No way Hibiki is still not caught up with the program.
Too bad.
Oh, damn.
What?
Alright.
What do you mean that's too bad? Now we have to suspect everyone besides you as the culprit. How are we supposed to narrow it down to the culprit now?
I see. So we're back at the start?
Kokoro, please!
Not really. We did learn something from the previous discussion. The culprit should have been outside the monocruise during nighttime after they kidnapped Yuri.
And they had to have been drunk, right?
How do you know that?
Well, they had to
Think
practice.
about it. If the culprit was able to do test runs to adjust the rope's length exactly as they needed,
Drunk, quote unquote.
then they must have had enough time to do so.
Guys, trust I have super prediction skills. I can figure it out. Oh yeah, Ravenpaw, you never did do your prediction. All right, Ravenpaw. What is your official prediction for this trial?
Being outside during nighttime with no one else but Yuri gives the culprit plenty of time.
What
to
is their
run around
actual
without
problem with
anyone finding
Yuriko? Wrong place, wrong time. I guess. I don't know.
Good point.
Kanade's
Someone
wild, or
surely would have
Hibiki
noticed
wilding
the
out.
culprit if he was doing trial runs during daytime.
Furthermore, there was
You know
a
what? Yeah,
prevailing
it
misconception
is.
that
It
no
is
one
Yuki.
could exit
Yuki
the
gets
monocruise
executed, and then
during
he comes
nighttime.
back as Utsuro, and then Mikado's like, "Oh shit, my goat, Utsuro." And then Utsuro was like, "Hello, everyone. It is me, Utsuro, owner of Utsuroshima Island."
I'm sure the culprit thought there would be a good time to test their plan.
Yeah, I'm surprised that we still held that belief until now when people like Kokoro already knew that wasn't the case.
Well, I just stayed up all night once.
Based on the previous discussion,
Yo,
we can
that's
infer
up
that
to
the culprit is a
Kokoro.
man.
I cannot fathom staying up an entire night. Even if she did stay up all day, I just think my body would just shut down after a while. For me, like on a normal day, I think I hit like the 2 a.m. mark, and then my body just. So hats off to her
As we already
for
know,
managing to stay
a woman
up all
would have
night.
no reason to use such difficult methods.
It's true that Mr. Kagurine's death would be automatically attributed to a woman due to his previous outburst.
Yeah, his ore farming.
So, should a man have committed the crime, the very act of murder itself would become his alibi. A rather clever ploy, I must admit.
So now that we know that, we can just narrow it down from all the guys here, right?
Right.
In that case, we already know the culprit. It's either Mikado or Shobai.
Bro, come on now. I mean, Shobai did not help his case by just lying for the hell of it, but come on now.
Shobai doesn't have an alibi, and Mikado's the mastermind.
This is bullying.
Please do not forget my sincere wish for a class trial free of prejudice.
Tell them, Mikado.
It should be unquestionably clear that I am giving it my all to unveil the truth.
He's sleeping? Yeah.
Huh? Shobai, were you asleep this whole time?
Alright, man. Mikado.
Huh.
He deserves
Stall
a
that
better
over.
cast.
You must be crazy. Our lives are at stake right now, and you just dozed off?
Hey, you've got all you need. I know the whole story, but you guys don't
You
need my help
also
to
know
figure
the
it
whole
out.
story? Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I can get behind Kokoro not telling us because sure, she would look crazy. But if both of you know the alibi, then one of you has to just say who it is, and the other one could be like, yeah, they're right. Not gonna lie, Hajime kinda sus. Just throwing that out there. Ravenpaw hates Hajime. Confirmed.
I haven't been getting
crazy throwing him under
a
the
lot
bus
of
like that.
sleep lately. Wake me up when it's over.
Dog. That could honestly be the worst thing. Oh, I don't. That could honestly be the worst thing you could have said. What do you mean you haven't getting a lot of sleep? And we're just talking about the culprit having to stay awake.
Anyways, Shobai or Mikado being the culprit seems unlikely, big bro. The culprit must have stayed late at the party last night to kidnap Yuri.
Alright, and both of them weren't
But
dead.
neither Mikado or Shobai were included in that group.
Nobody. Thank God Yuki has a friend.
But, you know, can't Mikado use magic?
No! Y'all bullied him, so he had to nerf
You've
himself.
seen him flying around like nothing. Kidnapping Yuri with those abilities would be a piece of cake.
He had to nerf himself.
Nox's second law. All supernatural and preternatural agencies are ruled out as a matter of course.
Oh! This is, I do know this. Yeah, this is like a mystery thing. Yeah.
What the heck is that?
An absolute code of logic in detective fiction that cannot be violated.
Oh shit, Mikado, you're a fan of murder mysteries as well?
It
Man.
forbids supernatural or unrealistic phenomena from
Sora,
interfering with
get over
murder.
this thing you have, Mikado. Let me hang out with him one more time, please.
I know that! Isn't it from Umineko when they cry?
Oh.
I give you my most sincere, emphatic vow that I do not use my magic for matters relating to murder cases.
I'm not sure I get it, but how can you be so sure? Do you really think we'd ever believe the word of the mastermind?
I mean...
It seems I am left with little choice. Monaco, I humbly request that you add a new rule.
But that doesn't work
Sanoji cannot
retroactively,
use
though.
magic for any purpose relating to a murder case.
I mean, it's a nice sentiment,
sure
but...
about that rule?
Absolutely.
You know, the murder's already done with, so...
I've already resolved to seal my magic, and its very existence seems to be a hindrance to the natural progression of this trial. I wish to use this opportunity to clarify my position with
I
the
see.
killing game.
Very well.
Got you. So
The
the fact that he's
regulations
adding
will
the
be
rules is supposed to
updated once
retroactively
the
prove
trial
that
is over. Mikado Sanoji cannot use magic for any purpose relating
Wait,
to a
W
murder
Mikado?
case.
That's what I've been saying!
As a reminder, the penalty will
No,
be
what? He's the
execution should
mastermind.
you fail to
Everyone
comply.
makes mistakes.
I understand completely. You have my deepest
Look
gratitude.
how happy he is.
So, Mikado can't be the culprit.
Why are you trying to make this problem harder than it is? The answer is already out. there's a suspicious individual who satisfies every condition.
Oh shit.
Huh? You spoke about the conditions to be the culprit beforehand. Think it over. The individual you referred to is in plain sight.
Conditions to be the
The
culprit.
conditions that we brought up were...
Look at my note taker here.
The culprit was among
Oh,
those who
never mind.
stayed late at yesterday's party. The culprit was also part of the group that prepared the party.
Additionally, we figured out that the culprit is a man while discussing the life vest and the murder rehearsals.
A man who stayed up late last night and helped prepare the party. Let's list them out one by one. The group that stayed up late was Tatsuka, Hajime, Shinji, Yuri, Emma, and Yuriko. The group that prepared the party was Tatsuka, Hajime, Yuki, Mikado, Yuriko, and myself. Then the culprit could be... Okay, that's just crazy, right? This is crazy. I mean, listen. Alright, sure. But also, they didn't really need to spell out like that. I don't know.
It can only
Who
be
is
you.
it? Well, Ravenpaw, you cursed
Was
him.
it you?
You cursed Hajime. You retroactively. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, but here's my thing with it being Hajime. First of all, 100% better done than the first trial when it was supposed to be Mitch, because that one deadass could have been any of the guys, and I didn't see the connecting line there. Until, I mean, I guess you're supposed to get the rubber ball and connect that to Mitch, but I remember thinking that, like, how are you naturally supposed to figure this out? Hajime thing, I think Lanuge went the opposite direction of having it completely spelled out, whereas because there's no way you get that wrong, with Sora saying, I wonder which of these two, where's the overlap here? But in any case, I only thought he was sus because he's been quiet. It's fine. Hello? Oh.
Hajime Makinochi.
Oh, class trial suspended. You know what? This is the perfect time. All right. Wait, there's no save? Are we dead ass? Oh, thank God. Oh my God. All right. Yeah. So the part of the reason why I thought that the culprit wore the vest, and was at the bottom was because I thought Hajime would have been strong enough, because he's the ultimate boxer, right? I thought Hajime would have been strong enough to do all that, but apparently that's not possible, even for the ultimate boxer. So I guess you learn something new every day. Yeah, I don't know. I like this case because it is dead ass. I love the post trial of this chapter. I'm so excited to this case off, mostly because I don't know what else there is to discuss, and seemingly we're only halfway done. So, they could have done something so straightforward with Hajime being the first killer, like the same way they did like Mitch. Like Mitch was in the sense that like he used his talent as the ultimate soccer player and incorporated that to the thing. All intents and purposes, I do not see how Hajime could have used his ultimate boxer to his advantage to help with this. Mitch mentions. If anything, this is leading up to a slander. This goes to show if you have an athletic talent, you do not need to incorporate that shit into the murder. In fact, Hajime was so much better off with it. It always comes back to Mitch. So true. Yeah. Okay. That's all the time I have to stream for today. I'll try to get back tomorrow to finish the second half of this trial. No promises though, because I have some school stuff to take care of. So it depends on how long I get with that. Just depends if it's gonna be a stream tomorrow. Thursday and Friday, I've been invited to go to a cottage. So I don't know if I'm gonna be at home to stream. So the thing is, either I stream and finish the rest of the trial on tomorrow, or I stream and finish the rest of the trial on Saturday. That's kind of where I'm at with my schedule right now. So yeah, that's my tune in next time segment. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all either Wednesday or Saturday. I don't know. Bye!